So this is a new server rack battery from Vatrer, and it's certified to UL 1973, which means they're not allowed to change the hardware or the cells inside unless they get recertified. And this is actually important nowadays because the budget brands are swapping cells and BMSs, and they don't tell anybody that they're doing it. But this one will not have that problem. And it has a removable lid, so you can actually check to see what you're actually getting. And it's about time because this brand, they test better than most of the UL listed batteries. These have been on the top of my list from day one. And it looks like most other server rack batteries. We have a main breaker, positive and negative terminals. We have a screen to show us the state of charge and if there's any error codes. And down here are the communication ports, so it can talk to an inverter. And this one actually has a Wi-Fi antenna. How cool is that? And I added the antenna and it connected to the app. And it worked perfectly on the first try. Now the first test I did was 10 cycles, a 100 amp charge and 100 amp discharge. And it passed it perfectly, and it pulled full capacity every single time. Now this battery is from Ecoworthy, and it's $150 cheaper. And I did the exact same test, 100 amp charge, 100 amp discharge, and it completely destroyed the Vatrer. And here are the results side by side. This thing was pulling 108 amp hours. Now it's very impressive that these both passed, and most budget brands can't do that. If they use cheap cells, the cells get hot and it causes the BMS to disconnect. But the cheapest ones on the market are beating the competition, and they're now UL listed. And this one has UL 9540, which is a step above 1973. The main difference between these is this one has a screen on it. This one does not. And if you get this one with a screen, it costs about the same. So yeah, this, for what you're getting though, in the cells and how they tested, that's crazy impressive. So now we're gonna open them up and see how they differ. The bus bars are 0.5 millimeter thicker on the Vatrer. For the main supply conductors on the BMS, they have 2 cables and they're really long and they wrap all the way around the battery. On this one, there's only 1 and it's nice and short. But the Ecoworthy has thicker cables, even if it's a single cable, it's thicker than this. Next, the overpressure relief valves are not obstructed even inside this tube. Well, the Ecoworthy has longer cables, but they're more organized. This one is a rat's nest. I did expect better from Vatrer, and these ribbon cables are directly on the BMS heatsink. This is on the same level as a Dokin power battery. Really messy. The next difference is how close the cells are to the BMS. On the Vatrer, it's pretty close. There's still an air gap and there's a piece of steel, but compare this to the Ecoworthy. On the Ecoworthy, there's a massive gap, and they put this in a lot of their batteries. I really like this design. If something happens to the BMS, you don't want it close to the cells, or if it gets hot, it can make some of the cells warmer over time. This helps the cells to age at the same rate. This is the same design that they use in their 280 amp hour battery, so yeah, I'm a big fan of this design. Next, the Ecoworthy has potted ring terminals for the temperature sensors. On the Vatrer, they're only glued in place. And they're unevenly distributed. Check this out. We have 1 sensor here, 2, 3, and 4. But there's no sensors on this side. So if this side gets cold and you try to charge it, the BMS will not know. And that can cause permanent damage. Compare it to the Ecoworthy. We have 1 in this corner, 1 over here, 1 down here, and 1 over here. And that's how you're supposed to put the temperature sensors on the cells. So I'm really surprised that Vatrer completely failed in this regard. So I had higher expectations for the Vatrer. I actually thought it would be better than the Ecoworthy, but in this instance, the Ecoworthy definitely won. And the test results from this thing and the price is absolutely insane. And for this one to be on my list, they need to fix this temperature sensor issue because yeah, that's not acceptable. Now, if you want to see any of my current recommendations, check out my website, willapproved.com. If I find a really good battery like this one, I post it there, and I always update things if things change. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.